I had one of my best agents come to me a couple years ago and she said, Jim, I got a listing that's priced right and we're getting showings, but we're not selling the property. And I said, okay, let's go take a look at it. So I made an appointment with her and we went up and looked at the property. And immediately when I pulled up, I knew what the problem was. The property had a steep driveway. And I said, I bet a lot of people are commenting on the driveway. And she said, yes, true. We're getting a lot of negative comments on the driveway. And I think that's really the biggest reason why people aren't, looking at the house, or looking at the house, but then kind of rejecting the house. So we went in and we talked to the sellers, and I explained to the sellers, you can have the best priced property in the world and actually have the best house in the world, but that driveway could be the stumbling block for getting it sold. So I'm going to give you a suggestion, which may sound a little kind of out there a little bit, but I want you to be open to it. And they said, sure. I said, I've got some experience with this, and I can just tell you it's worked for so many of my other sellers. And that is that we take the sting out of this driveway by just telling people right out of the gate that you have a steep driveway, because you can't change it, right? There's no changing this driveway. The price was right on target. It was obviously not a price issue. It was a driveway issue. So I said, let's do this. Let's just put it right out in front on the marketing and let everybody know out front, so when they come, they know there's a steep driveway. Now they're going to talk themselves into it when they get there instead of talking themselves immediately out of it. Instead of there being a wow or a sting or a shock when they get to the house, they're going to know it's already there, and now they're going to talk themselves into why they can deal with the driveway. So our marketing changed, and we completely embraced it. And the lead off with that was, you don't get a view like this without some elevation, so please be aware of the driveway. You don't get a view like this without some elevation, so please be aware of the driveway. Taking the sting out, letting them know, hey guys, that we're dealing with the driveway. If you're coming out to look at this, just know there's a driveway you're going to deal with. And we can apply this to other houses that you may have listed that may have a little bit of a sting we need to deal with, that's some negative attribute that we need to just address right out of the gate. By the way, that house sold in 2 weeks after we made that change. You might say something like this, hey, you won't like the color of the kitchen, but you'll love the floor plan. Just put it out there. The seller's not wanting to paint the kitchen and you know there's a terrible color there, deal with it. Get out in front of it. Another one is, hey, some people are looking for peace and quiet, but why settle for seclusion when you can be close to everything? So I'm dealing with a house that's right on the freeway. We're dealing with a house that's got a lot of noise, road noise around it. I'm just going to put it out there. Now, I'm not saying it in a super negative way. I'm putting a little bit of a spin on it, but I'm pretty much letting people know what to expect, right? So think about this with your marketing. You got some negative attribute, talk about it with your seller, be open and honest with the market, and watch what happens when you tell people in advance what to expect when they get to that house. I'm going to tell you, it works like magic.